Well, he is a Sioux Falls icon for several reasons. A man better known to some as Bubbles the Clown with the Shriners has also walked alongside those preparing to say goodbye to a loved one. Tonight, Beth Warden introduces us to a man who has witnessed much laughter and tears in his 40 years of service as he now prepares to retire.
When young people think about their career, maybe they're thinking of welding, being a teacher, or some of the more traditional jobs. For one man, we found out that after decades of service in the funeral industry, he wouldn't have it any other way. And he says for him, it was a calling. Funeral director Tim Bachman walks alongside with the people who have experienced loss.
But it's a lot of decisions.
4 decades ago, an outgoing student and class clown told his friends about his interest in mortuary science.
I saw early on, when we were in high school, I noticed that it was a wonderful way to help people.
His life has come full circle. As a teen, he took a tour at Miller Funeral Home, where he's a partner today.
Fascinated. I was a junior in high school and I knew at that point.
While taking on education and apprenticeships, he also took on marriage. He and Teresa have been married almost 41 years. He's had a heart to reach out to kids attending funerals.
Just explaining some of those things, parents really appreciate that.
And his service to children spills over to the Elride Shrine.
It's the irony of me being a clown and a funeral director is kind of interesting.
His young son stumbled on choosing his clown name.
These two big sudsy hands, and he come down and he says, "Daddy, Bubbles." And I'm like, that's it. I'm Bubbles the Clown.
With the end of life often in view, he shares what he's learned.
It takes faith. There's more to this than just this physical world.
As the last few days at the funeral home wind down, he's polishing up his motorcycle.
And be able to go on trips for 2-3 weeks at a time.
For anyone else considering a future in the funeral industry, he says, you'll know.
It's very similar to how a minister's called to a church. We are called to a life of service to our community. And I got to meet a lot of wonderful people over the years.
In Sioux Falls, Beth Warden, Dakota News Now.